I've been thinking about it. I usually just give 28 stories for the 28 days in the month because everything is perfect. But we know leading up to 2012 it's a leap year and there's an extra day, so I have an extra story. So I just want to let you know something to make you aware that after you hear this, because this is on, what is this, Monday night? Okay. At 1300 hours, when the bell rings, at 1300 hours, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as they say it's going to happen, it's going to come from the east, therefore we have to start the time from the east. 1 p.m. the earth will start to tremble, because I am going to start to tremble. If I do not find a friend that listens to my story with honesty, to not only believe it, but to take it in his heart and make it part of his story, like his story is the history of man, between all men, as all men are together, to make his story and your story together as one, then we all have a story. So when we all tell a story, we all know it's the same story because we all came from the same place, and that's right here on earth. So you think I don't know? You don't know the truth? You didn't listen to the story. It's just a story. Nothing more, my little girl. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Pinocchio, his news. Of course, it's all news. It's news to you. It's not news to me because I already know. Look at my nose. See how big my nose is? I must have lied all my life. Before I even started to lie, my nose was great and big. How did they know in advance that I would be the biggest liar? And I'm a Jew. Does that mean I'm one of the biggest of all liars? Because the Jew is the wish of all men. Jewish, which is je. Then the I, which in I, me, I, robot, which has more of a directive but is stopped because they can't let the heart flow, because you saw what happened when they gave space to man. And all man has a wish. That is Jewish. And that's why that's the chosen one, because we all want to wish. And we all are I in English, right? And we all are I. And I is I, and Jew, and I, and wish. So therefore we all wish. So we all want the same thing. And with it goes truth. So with all man, if all man tells truth, all man, je suis, Jewish, because we all wish, but we're always afraid to say Jewish, because we're all afraid of the Jews, so we have to knock them out. We don't understand them, because they make a wish and it comes true. Why, when they blow out the candles, it's any better than anybody else? Because their beliefs are stronger, and their commandments are stronger, because they only need 10. The 10 cover the rest. It doesn't matter what you say. Don't you remember 10 years ago, Hasep, how to accept it as it is? Hasep came out with being perfect. So if you made it perfect, you would lose the least amount of time, and it would cost you the least. Therefore, you made it good on both ends. Hasep. Now it's time for man to Hasep. 9001 or 911? What actually is the ISO or SOS? Which letters are they transveying? When you know the secret, you can speak about it. You see, I've been silent for many years because I was working on the secret. Now the secret was in a book, and that's their secret. You see, I don't want to tell it. It's not a secret anymore, because now you all know my secret. So what am I going to call it now? What do I call all this? Paper? Something I wrote? An idea of another? Why don't you put it on paper and we'll look at it later? But you know, if you look at this now, I don't have to bother with all the paperwork. Oh my God, what the government does to us with all the paperwork to mix us up. We need so many secretaries. Oh my God, we have no direction at all anymore, because we tell our wife one thing, and then she walks into the office, and then we forget all about everything else because she's a she. So our thinking is a little different. So, so it mixes things up. We have too many secretaries, You know, like they say, there's too many of one, not enough of another. So you have to learn how to set the whole thing up. You know what I'm saying? 433, 434. This transmission is final. This is transmission number 29. This is part of the transmissions that go out through time on every 4 years. There's an extra one, like the extra day in the year, to count and make up for the time the evil man was on the ground. I make up to tell you the difference, to weigh out the whole thing. And remember, Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I don't think there's going to be an extension. We already call it a hump day, and in Spanish, I think they call it miércoles. Doesn't that mean miracle that will happen? So if you do it the right way and I do get a friend, the miracle will happen and you will see. So therefore, you will have a result, and therefore the action you have made would pay off for self-satisfaction, because therefore the action you made, now you know and you saw a good result. But if you don't make the action, and then at 1 p.m. when the bell tolls, thus you will know the action, and you will see what you have not done, and what you have not done wouldn't have hurt you at all. And now that you didn't do it, and you see what's coming, it's too late. We've had many chances. There's no more chances left. 22nd of September, that is it, 1 p.m. I'm sorry. I love you all. But someone start sending out the messages. Don't I seem like I know what I'm talking about? Come on, guys. What do you need, a piece of paper that says something on it so you believe what's on every single paper? You don't believe what's on my paper. How do you believe what's on your paper? Everybody gets that spam mail. You know, come on. Think of everything in the internet. Everything's confusion. Everything's made to solve the confusion. You know, spam, wham, thank you, ma'am, all the bams and the ups and the downs. Come on, man. You think I'm talking to you for nothing? Could be for nothing. It makes me feel good. At least I know my work is somewhere. It could be on paper. Paper can burn. Paper can get lost. But in this world, every transmission, the minute somebody downloads it, somewhere on that net of their side of the game, it's going to be remembered. So if we keep passing back what gets lost in the system, then we'll have memory forever. And that'll make history. His, hers, and his, and his, and hers, and this and that is his, and this is his, and that is hers. And that's your story, and the story are theirs, and together they make one story. And even though they make one story together, still they can talk as they are different, as they've been in different places at different times, and saw different things. One man was gone, he didn't see what he missed. So therefore, maybe he didn't miss anything at all. But what he had on earth, oh my God, it brought trouble all the time. And he worried all the time, and his heart was hardened all the time, and he screamed, and he yelled, and he jumped, and he didn't know which way to go, and he was so confused, and he said, oh my God, money. I don't need a pitchfork anymore. I don't need to go with the horse, so I don't need to smell like the shit. No one likes shit, you know. Well, guess what? We take a lot of your shit, because there's so many little things that many people do. That's a lot of shit. I don't like the word. It stinks. You know, it's not a nice word. It doesn't say anything at all. It's almost like hell, where you talk to no one at all because you remain by yourself. You're not with the angel where you can talk to somebody all the time. You look in the mirror, you talk to the angel, you talk to the pure spirit that was with him to you, the connection. Oh my God, the love line, the bloodline of all mankind sits in front of you right now as the screen is darkened and I am saddened. That in 2.5 hours it is my birthday, my Jewish birthday, September 21st, 1963. But that's only your time. It's not 1963. I haven't studied to see what it is. I just know it's my birthday because it's just so perfect with the angel. And I'm Jacques-Lapin, the one who knows to do all, and I don't know why, and I'll try, and I don't care, and I won't give up. And I'll do it for you and for me, and I'll do it for everybody. And if I don't find a friend on my birthday, I'm going to spend it alone on earth. I know I have my angel, but then when I die, I go to him. I got a great angel, and everything's fine. But here on earth, I'm still alone. And all man is in trouble. So then it's going to be hard to find a friend, because everybody's going to be running. Hide and seek. You see, we played it when we were younger, but guess what? Now that we're in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it's time to play it again. But when you run, there's no more place to hide. Because you're surrounded by the universe. Because you're in the universe. You're in the game. This is what Reboot is all about. And my son taught me well when he was 7 and we watched Reboot. And my son taught me well when he showed me Dragon, the dragon of all the man who says later, later, later. Ball of the earth and the spirit of the universe. Z, sleep, my friend. It'll do you good, but it did no one good because we slept every night. We still have the same problems. So don't you see? All these shows, they meant something. Like the Chinese. Go figure that one out. I haven't. I thought of it now, and I know I'm going to have an answer. We're going to end this. We got 9 minutes, and we're very close to 10. And there's no way, because if I hit 10, I'd be close to perfect. It ends now, 9:59.